Hey, what is up everybody, and welcome back to another video. We're going to be watching The Mask versus Deadpool. So apparently there are three Deadpool ones, which is this one, the one that I already watched, the I think, is it Deadshot? I think it's Deadshot. And then Pinkie Pie, I think it was, from My Little Pony. See, I kind of get like the Deadshot one. Sorry, Deathstroke, that's what it was. It was Deathstroke. He's based off of, Slade wasn't, whatever. I got that one, obviously makes sense. This one, again, makes sense. It's The Mask. He bends the rules of reality, as does Wade. Pinkie Pie? Or whoever it was in the My Little Pony thing. That one's a bit strange. Again, if you watched my Discord versus Cypher, I don't watch My Little Pony. I've never watched My Little Pony, so I'm just I'm so out of the loop when it comes to anything to do with them. So maybe that particular pony has those abilities, or it's just super power. I have no idea. But anyways, regardless of all of that, we're going to be watching this one. I absolutely love The Mask. I've never sat and watched the cartoons. I've always watched the Jim Carrey movie. The comics, sorry, not the cartoons. I hear the comics are brutal as fuck. It's not as nice as Jim Carrey's version, which is insane because, when I'm watching it as a kid, you laugh at it because it's wacky. It's a Jim Carrey movie. It's an olden day Jim Carrey movie. It's great. But then you got to find out that, The Mask in the comics is a bit of a fucking nut job from what I know, and does some pretty goddamn horrendous things. But with that being said, in my humble opinion, I think The Mask is going to have it in this one. Again, I don't know anything about The Mask really, other than the fact that he's like super powerful, cartoon-like powers. So, but with that being said, I always go with anything to do with cartoons, like the whole Saitama versus Popeye situation. I had a feeling that Popeye was going to be the one that won because he's a big cartoon character, and they're just ridiculously powerful to do whatever the hell they want. So yeah, I'm going to go with The Mask. As much as I want Wade to win, I think, is it Stanley? Is it Stanley Ipkiss, or is that literally just from the film? I'm going based off of the film, so I'm just going to call him Stanley or The Mask. Yeah, I'm going to go with The Mask winning on this one, because whereas Wade can regenerate from anything, The Mask can just be like, no. Oh, you blew me to bits? No. How about that? Oh, you ran me over. Yeah, doesn't matter. Flat, pop myself back. Doesn't matter. In the movie, he eats a goddamn bomb. It blows up in his stomach, and he's like, just blows it away. Couldn't give a shit. So, yeah, purely because of the cartoon comic-y powers, I'm gonna go with The Mask on this one, because Looney Tune character, like, them sort of power dynamic. Always bet on them. They just win. They just win. But anyways, with that being said, we're about to find out. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm really wrong. Who knows? But, yeah, without further ado, let's find out. Let's go. All right. Come on, Rooster Teeth. Bring it back.
You sure this is gonna work? This'll shut him up for good?
Trust me, it's the perfect plan.
They talk about Deadpool there. Yeah, he pops up randomly in, like, certain episodes.
To most of us, the laws of reality are unbending rules we never question.
Even for us, but for some people, they're more like guidelines.
Such as Deadpool, Marvel's merc with a micropenis.
And The Mask, a
How
total
dare
man
you.
who just oozes big dick energy.
Huh. Could have sworn that would get his attention.
He's Wiz and I'm
Oh.
Boomstick.
And it's
okay,
our
I
job to
see what
analyze
they're
their
doing
weapons,
here.
armor, and skills to find out who would win.
My third death battle? Ha! Wait, what was that about a micro penis?
Every famous superhero has a special something which makes them recognized.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if they do like Deadpool 3 times, and I know they do like multiple other characters multiple times, what do they do for their intro? There's no point in going back over you know, their powers and who they are and everything, because surely they've been seen before.
Some
Just putting
are
my
Gothic
thoughts out
Knights
there.
of Darkness, a showcase of order versus chaos. Some are instantly relatable, a prime example of an average person in a not-so-average world.
And some are shoved in your face over and over and over again until you just
I love that
can't
Bob Ross
take it
trailer, man.
anymore.
It's so funny.
Shucks, are you talking about me? You're such a sweet talker.
Go away.
We've been through this, but why stop a good thing? Hi, I'm Wade Wilson, masterful mercenary and twice robbed of winning People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive award. Way back, I got stuck in a seriously shitty situation called cancer. The worst supervillain. But then the good folks of Department K offered me a cure. Sounded great. Until I learned the big plot twist.
Yes.
Department K was actually a sect of the Weapon X program, a top-secret project for crafting super soldiers by any means necessary.
They shot Wade up with 50 cc's of hot, creamy Wolverine juice. It gave him the same crazy healing factor, but also turned his face into an improv comedy prompt.
You look like an avocado. Had sex with a older, more disgusting avocado. Yeah.
After escaping in gruesome fashion, Wade resumed his life as a mercenary, taking the name Deadpool.
He's got your standard superhuman buffs. Super strength, super speed,
Sad.
super toughness, the works. But he put that super swagger to use as an expert martial artist. Though it's hard to tell sometimes because he lets himself get hit a lot.
Hey, when you have a healing factor that would make even Logan's nuclear-charred adamantium skeleton blush, you let yourself nosh on a lead sandwich every once in a while. I've survived gunshot wounds, impalement, organ destruction, stupefaction, and even freaking disintegration. Good luck trying to
How?
choke me out.
Don't take all the credit for yourself. You know you were cursed with everlasting life by Thanos during some of that.
Yeah, well, me and Space Grimace have a really deep relationship. About as deep as I am and his girlfriend. Hey!
Yeah, hey-o.
Good thing
Hell
Thanos
yeah,
removed
my
the
man.
curse so we could violently murder you.
Oh.
An impulse I deeply empathize with.
Well, as much as I liked getting resurrected after that, I like doing the opposite to other people even more. As in killing them. With weapons, especially my lovely golden girls, Bee and Arthur.
That would be his katanas, which are almost unbreakable thanks to an energy field from his suit. Fully charged, they can even cut the Hulk.
Even then,
Damn.
Deadpool is a walking arsenal with enough machine guns,
Yeah, 'cause he's
sniper
got a
rifles,
bag that's
grenades,
just-
rocket launchers, tranquilizers, etc.
Anything.
to take
Anything
out
you
a
need.
Small country.
And if I'm feeling cute, I might delete you later with any one of the wacky weapons of mass destruction I picked up on my misadventures. Like a gun that wipes you from history, the actual Venom symbiote, and the 7th Infinity Stone, the Continuity Gem. It rewrites canon itself and could even make Wiz and Boomstick bearable co-hosts. I mean, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, let's go.
Is that an actual thing, by the way? I mean, I know I just seen it in like the little comic strip behind him. The continuity gem, is that an actual thing? My god.
These feats of yours. Take it away, Wiz.
With pleasure. Deadpool has showcased his impressive super strength when, at one point, he stood up straight, without aid. Based on Deadpool's cannon weight and examining the distribution of mass here, we can deduce his legs can support 210 pounds, or just under 100 kilograms.
Incredible.
Oh, or how about the time he held up this pistol? That's a Desert Eagle Mark 19, which
God
weighs
damn.
72 whole ounces. Amazing.
Guys, what the hell? You know I can kick people through concrete walls and yank around a 6-ton helicopter, right?
Here we can see him running, much like typical human beings run, and the average male running speed is about 9.4 kilometers per hour.
Sorry to say, I've never seen a human run like this. What do you mean, like a typical human? Nobody runs like this.
I was outrunning a goddamn airplane. Do you know how fast airplanes are? Jesus H. Christ almighty. Do some research for once, you frauds.
Jokes aside, Deadpool can move faster than the eye can track. He's caught Captain America's shield, which Cap can throw fast enough to slice through tanks. He's even dodged the electric-powered mutant Surge's lightning blasts. If these are anything like the leaders of real lightning, they could be moving over 98,000 meters per second.
Deadpool's a
That ain't
tough son
nothing.
of a bitch, too.
That ain't
He survived
nothing.
A sunburn from a freaking space laser, getting crushed under the Chrysler building, and an explosion that cratered an entire city block. Just look at the size of that.
Measuring the crater's volume and applying statistics for pulverization of rock, the explosion must have equaled about 130 tons of TNT.
That's like getting hit in the face with 22 monster trucks driving at top speed. all at the same time.
But Deadpool isn't perfect. Far from it, obviously.
It's my next YouTube video right there. I'm going to start a challenge playlist type shit. Can I survive being hit with 22 monster trucks? Where will I even get 22 monster trucks? I don't know. I have no idea. Definitely couldn't afford them. I couldn't afford... Can't even afford a fucking cheeseburger from McDonald's, man. God. What is this community? Economy. I can't even... What?
Unlike Wolverine, his chemically induced healing factor isn't a
God
natural
damn it.
evolution, and so it seriously damaged his brain, which explains a lot.
This guy isn't just annoying as balls, he's legit insane. Talk about a terrible combination.
Well, Deadpool's insanity leads him to talk to seemingly invisible people, namely the writers and editors of each comic book he's in.
I mean, is it really insanity if it's true? That's even how he got rid of the continuity gem, by literally handing it over to the editors.
While his broken mind and daredevil attitude makes him incredibly unpredictable, it can often put him in over his head. Plus, while his healing factor is quite potent, it's not an instant quick fix.
That's why he prefers to reattach his limbs rather than wait for them to regrow.
Am I crazy? Or is your hand really small?
Like the size of a
That's
KFC
not
spork.
pleasant.
His biggest weakness, though, is that he's a dumb internet meme and he should feel bad about it.
And using this mathematical formula, taking account of Deadpool's abundance in media, we can quantify exactly how dumb he is.
You know, I've done this death battle bullshit 3 times now, and can I just say,
I don't want to say what the...
never change. I love it. I'll be over there chomping
Stop
on
spoiling
popcorn
shit,
and
you know?
chimichangas while your
It's insane.
heads explode trying to figure out how I could possibly lose this one. Toodles.
Good riddance.
Deadpool may be an annoying
I still don't think he's got this one in the bag.
Good and bad sides for decades, but he's also had sex with my mom over 100 times and made her moan like, hey, who changed the prompter? Come back here, you son of a bitch!
Oh, I hit him up with a Zoidberg as well.
Psychologist Carl Jung once described the persona as a kind of mask, designed on the one hand to make a definite impression on others, and on the other to conceal the true nature of the individual.
Right.
Basically, who we are on the inside is different than who we are on the outside. But what if putting on a mask could actually reveal what was underneath it?
Underneath the mask? You mean your face?
I don't even know how to start to answer that.
But the
Use your
wolf man.
mouth, it's on your face. Well, while Wiz is trying to figure out how masks work, dumbass, let's talk about one mask in particular. The mask.
Its origins are shrouded in mystery. Some say it was used as part of an African tribal ritual. Others say it was created by Logi, the Norse god of mischief.
Who knows and who cares? It
That
wound up
fucking
in the
movie,
hands of
man.
Stanley Ipkiss, the slubby
It is Stanley Ipkiss, okay,
loser
cool.
This side of Deadpool.
Regenerating degenerates have feelings too, you know.
Curious, Stanley donned the mask and was transformed from an everyman to a Superman.
Smokehead.
And now he's
It's a pretty common known bit of trivia for you guys, but I'll for those that don't know, I'll let you know anyways. Did you know that in the mask, those teeth were not CGI? He, in fact, because they were supposed to be. But yeah, Jim Carrey just learned how to like speak like perfect England with those teeth in to save 1 CGI and 2 because he's Jim Carrey. He is Jim Carrey, and there will be no other.
He's a big green cartoon character the media dubbed Big Head.
But you can just
Wild.
call him the Mask. With his newfound powers, Stanley would take on the mob, get the girl, and live happily ever after. Right?
Don't let the family movie fool
Oh
you.
shit, it's Cameron
Sorry,
Diaz.
Movies. I always forget that second one.
Don't blame you. This ain't your silly Steamboat Willie
Yeah, I
shit.
forgot Cameron Diaz was in
Ready
that.
for some good old-fashioned hardcore violence.
See, the mask itself is alive, and it desires nothing more than absolute carnage. By tapping into its wearer's repressed id, it can turn a nebbish nobody like Stanley into a rampaging serial killer.
Complete with Bugs Bunny powers. Horrifying.
Metafictional combat scientists like myself have long speculated about a unifying theory that could explain the source of the mask's powers. We call this phenomenon Toon Force. Think of characters
Yeah,
such as Bugs
they're
Bunny,
insane.
Popeye, and Michael Jordan. A being that wields Toon Force seems capable of accomplishing almost anything they desire, so long as they find it humorous. With this power, the mask can manipulate the laws of physics whenever he likes, even breaking the fourth wall.
You love me.
No, he can
You
break his
really,
will.
really love me.
Now we've got 2 of them.
So funny. Oh, good God. So she can't break the fourth
2
wall.
of them.
Regardless, Toon Force allows the mask to summon any kind of weapon imaginable from thin air.
Everything from oversized guns and rocket launchers to whoopee cushions, dynamite, anvils, hell, anything from the good fellas at Acme.
Toon Force users can manipulate their bodies in any way they like, whether it be stretching their limbs, inflating themselves like a balloon, or shape-shifting into giant monsters.
And best of all, you can't really hurt a Toon. Well, at least not in the normal way.
Right, it's not that the mask has a specific healing factor or some such. It's more like he can just say no to damage.
That's what I said. I'm sure I wrote this.
Flesh from his bones and was blown up into a bloody pulp. He can outpace Lobo, remember him? Because he doesn't need to wait for his body to heal. It just happens.
However, the scariest thing about the mask's use of Toon Force is how it affects the world around him. In most cases, the rules of Toon Force are applied to the user and whomever or whatever the force is affecting.
This even happens in the movie. Man, look at her go.
But in the true canon of the mask, this is not the case. And this leads to some, well, horrific imagery. The mask can pick up cars and knock over buildings with ease. He can dodge point-blank bullets and run fast enough to set the ground on fire.
My dog, what is he doing?
Massive explosions, giant robots, and being kicked in the testicles so hard he flew.
Oh my God.
All the gore in those comics. That is the worst thing I've seen yet. But remember what we said
Fucked
before
up.
about him fighting Lobo? The guy who ate a city?
At one point, Lobo and the mask raced around the entire planet several times in the span of just a few seconds, and then crashed into each other in an absolutely gargantuan blast. Based on their after-trail rings and given an estimated time frame of less than half a minute, which fits given the context, they must have been going over 9 million meters per second.
That's not too bad.
What a couple of scamps.
There's only one way to really stop the mask, and that's by removing the mask itself.
Good luck trying. The only way is if the wearer has already decided to let it come off. And with the power it gives, who'd want to?
Technically, the conscience of the person the mask possesses still exists, and could be reasoned with or tricked into removing the mask.
Like when Lobo threw a guilt bomb at him after he murdered hundreds of people.
But the mask
Goddamn.
itself has an astronomically powerful influence on its host.
Right. I mean, who doesn't like letting loose every once in a while? We've covered a lot of vicious murderers on the show, but I've never seen one who has as much fun with it as the mask.
Let's rock this joint!
God, I love the mask. Yeah,
The
my
combatants are
Toon
set to
power,
run the
man.
data through all possibilities.
I'm telling you.
First, I've got a hunger for some.
I swear if you cut the commercial, I'll strangle you both with an actual blue
Time for a death battle!
Death battle! Yeah, my money's on the mask purely because of Toon Force. It's insane, man. It always wins. Unless you, like you say, can trick it.
That's me. You're probably wondering how I got in this mess. But there's only enough funding for a few minutes of animation, so we're skipping that part.
Could you... Oh, I thought it wasn't Deadpool. Could you imagine Deadpool with the mask? Oh, that'd be so unhinged.
All right, Majora's mistake. You've got one chance to take that off. Famous metaphor!
I love a good penis metaphor.
What a ride!
I must break you. Got it. Actually, that's not canon. Let's just say I know the right people. With this continuity jam, I can rewrite anything I think needs fixing. I could stop Hitler from being born, rewrite the Star Wars prequels, or even make you take off that mask.
No!
This is over.
Evidently not.
Oh, wow! You weren't kidding!
Ah, Beans, we're in the storyboards!
Old chum, I think that zany stunt of yours ran out the budget. Can't make the scene if you don't have the green. Lucky for you!
Ray, I'm making a video, fella. I love you too. Oh my god. DP water. There'll be some sick fuck out there that'll buy.
Ah, that's it. Honey bun, we're good to go.
Oh, you got the budget back? Alright, good. Good. We got ourselves a wasteland stand-up, I see.
What? Where'd you get that?
Oh, Jack! I'm already wearing it!
Look at the sky.
The
He
fuck?
isn't me. Although the internet thinks he might be. Perhaps I've gone too far from my reality.
This is the most unhinged fucking battle ever.
I'm not a joke. What even is a chimichanga?
Food, right?
Fuck you.
Ah, the old fat lady. Wonderful. Ugh. Boom. What the fuck have I just watched?
KO! Yes, he's gone! He's finally gone! He can never bother us again!
I mean, he just came back from dust before.
Awesome as they should.
To be fair, given his more robust history, Deadpool held a solid advantage in experience and skill. He was relatively smarter and more, mentally put together in comparison. So it's possible he could have outsmarted the Mask, if given the chance.
Yes, if that chance was never gonna come. He had some really cool feats of strength and speed, but the Mask blew him out of the water. Like, who cares that Deadpool pulled around a 6-ton copter when the Mask knocked over a building weighing over 1,000 tons? And comparing their speed, he's 100 times faster too. Like, there's no contest.
Not to mention the size of the blast from the Mask and Lobo's collision equals 322 teratons of TNT, trillions of times greater than Deadpool's asteroid feat.
Whiz stop, none of that matters. It is stupid. We pit Deadpool against a cartoon god. Like you said, the Mask could just say no to damage. Deadpool couldn't even really hurt him. This whole thing was
I said that. I'm just saying.
total stomp.
No, I mean, I guess you're right. We're supposed to be impartial, and we went too far. But Boomstick, it's too late to change it.
There's no way to mask what we've done.
The winner is...
What the hell?
Dear Wiz and Boomstick, I know our relationship has been a rocky one, but I just wanted to say, thanks. Thanks for helping me rediscover who I am. Who I really am. The past decade of memes and cosplays and Hot Topic shirts changed me. And I couldn't see it on my own. You made me remember my true self, missing feet and all. And with some help from this royalty-free Sarah McLachlan ripoff song, I hope you can find in your hearts your true selves too. Sayonara, Death Battle. Sayonara.
I can't believe I'm saying this, Wiz, but I wish he was still around.
Yeah, me too. Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
The winner is me!
God damn it, my nose. What is going on, man? But yeah, so we were right. I'm telling you now, Toon Power cannot be defeated. There is nothing I can think of the top of my head that can defeat a Toon, apart from, like, some like literal god version of a character, like the one above all, that can just, you know, take that away from them, I guess. But other than that, I can't think of like an actual 1v1 where the Toon character wouldn't be the winner. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I may be, and there may be other death battles where a Toon character does lose because of some wacky, unfortunate series of events, but I can't think of one. So like I said, you can literally just say no to not just damage, literally everything. Like, you wrote me out of existence. Never mind. We're now in the storyboards because the budget's gone, and let's go to the real world, collect a bunch of money, come back, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, the budget's back. And then they continue to fight. Yeah, so we were correct. The mask did win. We're I don't even know what the score is at this point. We're winning though. We got more right than we have got wrong. So my dog is now begging for my attention. It's okay, little fella. I'm nearly done. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It does help massively, and I do massively appreciate it. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.